All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ha, Kodash, Mama. Double honors to the elder apostles and the elders of GMS. Double honors to my elder of this camp as well. Salutations to the sincere Akim, pushing his truth and sincerity around the four corners of this earth. I'm Nakar Karab Ban Yasharala, coming out of the Lions Den camp of Yasharala here in Jacksonville, Florida. And I'll be coming out with a lesson. As you can see, the title of this lesson is Sucka M.C.s, and this is referring to the false leaders of Yasharala who call themselves leading the people. You know, they sucker MCs. You know, they like rappers who get on the mic and they spitting trash shit on the mic. You know, they spitting crap that's not worth listening to. You know, but without further ado, we get right to the scriptures. This is Jeremiah chapter 23. I'm gonna start at verse 14. It says, "I have seen also in the prophets of Jerusalem an horrible thing." And this horrible thing that the Lord saw was wickedness. Continuing. "They commit adultery and walk in lies. They strengthen also the hands of evil doers, that none doth return from his wickedness. They are all of them unto me as Sodom, and the inhabitants thereof as Gomorrah." So this evil thing that the Lord saw within Jerusalem, i.e. Yasharallah, among the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, among the prophets, the supposed leaders, the ones who's supposed to be preaching the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, you know, the Most High saw adultery and men walking in lies and strengthening themselves in the hands of evil, you know, being contrary, walking in transgression, causing our people to err and not return back to what is right. And the Most High saw that then, and he sees that now in these so-called, you know, sucker MCs, these so-called prophets who are not of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, i.e. who have not been sent in the spirit of truth, in edification, in the knowledge and the wisdom of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. You know, the Most High says, "They are all of them unto me as Sodom, and the inhabitants thereof of Gomorrah." So these false prophets are like the inhabitants of Sodom and Gomorrah, and we all know there was a lot of wickedness going on in Sodom and Gomorrah. It was a lot of untold things. You know, when I mean by untold, unexplainable things that you probably couldn't even imagine. You know, we have specific things now that we can call out, like bestiality. You know, same sex, whatever. You know, guys being broken transmissions and things like that. You know, but it was all manner of wickedness, and that's how the Most High view these sucker MCs, these false prophets in this day and age. Why? Because they're still doing the exact same thing that they were doing then. They're doing it now. They're misleading the people. People that return unto them don't go back to what's right once they go follow after these sucker MCs, man. You know, these guys who think they can flow, but they really can't. You know, a lot of these sucker MCs, these false prophets, you know, they couldn't say nothing deep if their mouth was an ocean. You know, they probably couldn't say nothing profound if they were Solomon himself. But continuing, verse 15, it says, "Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, concerning the prophets, behold, I will feed them with wormwood, and make them drink water, the water of gall. For from the prophets of Jerusalem is profaneness going forth into all the land." So the Most High is saying, concerning these sucker MCs, i.e. these false prophets, he's going to feed them with wormwood and destruction. They're going to drink the water of gall, meaning they will receive the reward of misleading the people and living a life of transgression, i.e. sin, living contrary to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, because these sucker MCs, they tell people to go contrary to the scriptures, and they add to the scriptures, and they take away from the scriptures. And the Most High said, don't do neither of those things. That is an abomination to him. He does not like it. But when you think you can rap, you know what I'm saying? When you think you can flow, and you get on the mic, and the true MCs, as a matter of fact, let me get that definition of MC. It's two definitions. One is a verb. It says act as a master of ceremonies. You know, to start up from the beginning, it says MC. The pronunciation of MC. You know, the letters MC. It was 1970. The abbreviation of master of ceremonies, a noun phrase attested from the 1660s as a verb. MC is a test, what says by 1938, but continuing. It says MC, EMCEE. This is how you actually spell MC. You know, it says act as a master of ceremonies, the first definition. And it says the second definition, MC, a noun, a person who acts as a host at formal occasions, making an introductory speech and introduces other speakers. So an MC is an acting master of ceremonies. An MC is a host, a mouthpiece to introduce other people. The true MCs are speaking the truth. And who are we introducing? We introducing Yahweh Shai. We introducing the real artists. You know, we it's like this. We signed to a label. All these other false camps, all these other leaders, they signed to their labels too. It just the true men of the Lord, the real MCs are signed to the right label, to the true label, the label of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, because that's where all the bars is coming from. That's where the full frequency sound is coming from. The true MCs and not these sucker MCs, you know, these false prophets. The word of the Lord of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai is coming from the real true prophets of the Lord. And you know, this is also I'm bringing this video out as well because the brother Thanyal in this camp, he put up something in the chat. You know, we have a group chat and we keep in contact with each other like that. You know, he put something in the chat and it was basically, you know, that Sarnetter guy and some other Stanford dude, I don't know who he is, but basically the Stanford guy, he a sucker MC because he said he took the word God and went left field with it, and when it just simply means power, you know, but nonetheless he was saying that there's a division between the word God and the Most High, and Sarnetter did check him, you know, and was like, well, aren't God and the Most High the same thing? And he said no. That's how that right there let me know, okay, this guy's a sucker MC, man. He ain't signed to the right label. You know, he signed to one of these other, you know, we'll say big name labels, but they artists is trash. I.e., they prophets is trash because they prophets is false. They're not speaking the truth. But continuing, the Most High said concerning these prophets, these sucker MCs, you know, he's going to feed them with wormwood, meaning he's going to feed them with judgment and destruction and correction through fire and brimstone, through pain and suffering. That's how he's going to, you know, deal with these sucker MCs. And because from the prophets of Jerusalem is profaneness going forth in all the land. You know, these so-called prophets of these various camps, you know, they misleading the 2/3 of Yasha Allah. They're not telling them the truth. You know, they're giving them that low frequency, that low vibrational, them low frequency and low vibrational lyrics, you know, trash beats. They basically giving them that mumble rap. You know, mumble rap, honestly, mumble rap is trash. It's not real music. And these other false prophets, these sucker MCs are looking at, you know what I'm saying, putting out the vibration, having, you know what I'm saying, trying to make the real true MCs of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, trying to say that we sucker MCs, but it is not. And it's being proved that we not the sucker MCs. We're proven to be the real MCs, the master of ceremonies. And we introducing Yahweh Shai. Because Yahweh Shai about to get ready to come on stage. And when he come on stage, he finna blow it away. But this is what we're doing. We're introducing the truth. We're introducing the words, the power, and the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. The true prophets. These sucker MCs, these false prophets, they're not doing that. You know, so they a profaneness has gone through Jerusalem because of them. But continuing. Verse 16. It says, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, hearken not unto the words of the prophets that prophesy unto you. They make you vain. They speak a vision of their own heart, and not out of the mouth of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, out of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. So thus saith the Lord, hearken not unto these false prophets. You know, these sucker MCs, these false prophets, don't hearken unto them. Don't listen. Don't give ear. Don't buy their albums. Don't sign to their record label. Because you ain't finna get paid over there. You might as well, like when it Suge Knight, they basically Death Row Records. That's all it is. You know, just using the name. I don't really know what went on with the actual label, but when it concerning these following these other camps, and they're not speaking the truth according to how the Most High wants you to speak it, and you subscribing unto them, it's like you signing on a record label, and at the end it's death. You know, they speak a vain vision. You know, these false prophets, the things that they speak to you, if you give ear to them, they'll make you vain. They'll make you useless for Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And this is a proven fact. When it comes down to music, I think it's like 440 something megahertz. That's a frequency that literally dumbs you down and makes you programmable. It literally takes down your spirit. And I think a full frequency sounds like 700 and something. A full sound. Well, guess who's pushing that full sound? The true men of the Lord, the real MCs. These sucker MCs giving you that 440 something, or that however megahertz, that low frequency, that low vibration, and it's dumbing you down, i.e., it's taking you down spiritually. It's keeping you asleep. But these false prophets, they prophesy out of their mouths a false, vain vision. You know, they come out of their own mouth. They don't come out of the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. Continuing, let's jump down to verse 21. It says, I have not sent these prophets, yet they ran. I have not spoken to them, yet they prophesied. So these other, you know, these sucker MCs, you know, they call themselves coming in the true name, in the truth. But the Most High is saying he ain't sent none of these prophecies, yet they ran. Yet they got up, oh, the Lord said this, he ain't sent them. He did not send them. He ain't spoke to them, but yet they still prophesy. They still like to say, oh, the Lord said this. They still on the mic spitting that trash. And they really think, you know what I'm saying, that they spitting. When they couldn't say nothing fly, if their tongue had wings on them. But the true men of the Lord are speaking the deep things, the mysteries, the true knowledge of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, the real MCs. But continuing, I'm going to jump down to verse 25. I want to get straight to the point. As a matter of fact, verse 22, I'm going to go back up. Then I'm going to jump down. It says, but if they had stood in my counsel and had caused my people to hear my words, then they should have turned them from their evil way and from the evil of their doings. Yeah, these false prophets, if they have stood in the counsel of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, and you know what I'm saying, that caused the people to hear his words, i.e., Yahshua to hear the words of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, i.e., you know what I'm saying, putting bars, spitting bars like he's supposed to, you know, giving analogies, metaphors, and the similes to get the people to understand Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. Then should have our people turned from their wicked way, from the evil of their doings, but they didn't do it. They're not doing it. Why? Because they sucker MCs, and a sucker MC can't rap, can't flow, can't rhyme, can't nothing. A sucker MC is trash. Let's continue. Verse 25. It says, I have heard what the prophets said that prophesied lies in my name, saying, I have dreamed, I have dreamed. And we all know one of the most famous Sucka MCs said he had a dream. That dream has not been realized today. But the Most High saying, I hear this trash that they spitting on the mic. You know, they probably trying to prophesy in my name. They trying to rap in my name, trying to introduce me. You know. Verse 26. How long shall this be in the heart of the prophets that prophesy lies? Yea, they are prophets of deceit. So I can read that again. Yea, they are prophets of the deceit of their own heart. So the Most High said, how long are these prophets gonna prophesy lies? How long are you Sucka MCs gonna spit trash on the mic, man? How long are you not gonna tell Yasha all of the truth? How long are you not gonna guide the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans down the right path to get in right standards with Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua? This is a question. You know what I'm saying? They are prophets of deceit. You know what I'm saying? Of their own heart. They come out of their own mind. You know. Going back to verse 16, they speak a word out of their own mouth, and not out of the heart or the mouth of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua. You know, continuing, which think to cause my people to forget my name by their dreams, which they tell every man to his neighbor, as their fathers have forgotten my name for Baal. So they get on the mic, they go out to the highways and the byways, so-called, you know. We all know all don't go out, you know. They wear purple, but they cause the people to err. They think to cause the people to forget the name of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua. You know, those purple guys. They say you ain't got the name, but we all know that's a lie. That's trash. That's trash on the mic. Saying you don't know what the name of the Father is. You know, not being instant in season and out of season, you know. But continuing. Again, which think to cause my people to forget my name by their dreams. You know, they prophesy false dreams. You know, they get on, you know what I'm saying? If they is, these Sucka MCs, if they is saying something that's seemingly deep or sound right, because they got it from the real MCs. And they just plagiarizing lyrics. We all know in the music game, that's copyright infringement. But continuing. They tell every man to his neighbor, Salakia, which tell every man to his neighbor, as their fathers have forgotten my name for Baal. So they have done this before. They have caused even our forefathers who forgot the name of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua, because it was Sucka MCs back then. And they forgot the name for what? For Baal. The name of Yahweh. The name of Yahushua for Baal. That's what these false prophets do. These Sucka MCs, they cause you to forget what the truth is, what righteousness is. Continuing. Verse 28. The prophet that hath a dream, let him tell a dream. And he that hath my word, let him speak my word faithfully. What is the chaff to the wheat, saith the Lord Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua. So again, the prophet that didn't have a dream, either Sucka MC as prophesying falsely, let him prophesy that false prophecy. Let him tell that dream that he had. This is, but he that hath my word, let him speak my word faithfully. So let the true MCs that got the real lyrics, that got the truth, let them speak the word of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua faithfully. Let them get on the mic and spit that hot fire like they've been doing. Like we've been doing. And the Most High says, what is the chaff to the wheat, saith the Lord. So what's a Sucka MC compared to a real MC? One is a faker and the other one is real. One spitting trash, the other one is spitting balls. One is biting, the other one is original. Let's continue. Verse 29, it says, it's not my word like a fire, like as a fire, saith the Lord, Yahweh, and like a hammer that breaketh the rock in pieces. So the Most High's word is like a fire. It's as a fire. You know, it's like a hammer that breaketh the rock in pieces. This truth gonna hit hard. You either gonna get with it or you not gonna get with it. You either gonna like the lyrics or you gonna change the channel. The Most High's word is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword. Ain't nothing standing up against it. And when you a Sucka MC, when the real MC start rapping and flowing, you finna get obliterated. But continuing. Verse 30, it says, therefore, behold, I am against the false prophets, saith the Lord Yahweh, that steal my word, every one from his neighbor. See, the Most High is against these false prophets, these Sucka MCs that steal the word from everyone his neighbor. Steal the word. Keep our people from knowing the truth, telling them lies. Stand up at 4 in the morning, coming up with your own doctrine, and saying stuff like you can pop your woman in the brown eye. You know, we don't have the name of the Lord and stuff like that. That's just not true. Those are the key signs of what? Sucka MCs. They try to be the master of ceremonies, but they're not introducing Yahweh Shai as a master of ceremonies supposed to do. They're not introducing the real artists, the true artists. Why? Because they ain't on the right record label. Again, verse 30. Therefore, behold, I am against the prophets that saith the Lord, that steal my word, everyone from his neighbor. Verse 31. Behold, I am against the prophets, saith the Lord Yahweh, that use their tongues and say, he said. So the Most High is against these false prophets that are always talking about, well, the Lord said this and the Lord said that, and use their tongue to say, oh, the Lord said this. The Lord ain't spoke to them. Right back at verse 21 of Jeremiah chapter 23. I have not sent these prophets, yet they ran. I have not spoken to them, yet they prophesied. So there you go. Simple. They Sucka MCs. Verse 32. Behold, I am against them that prophesy false dreams, saith the Lord Yahweh, and do tell them, and cause my people to err by their lies, and by their lightness. Yet I sent them not, nor commanded them. Therefore they shall not profit this people at all, saith the Lord Yahweh. So again, the Most High says, I am against them that prophesy false dreams. So the Lord is against these Sucka MCs who ain't rapping or getting on the mic spitting the real truth. That prophesy false dreams. They want to tell you, these Sucka MCs, i.e. false prophets, want to tell you what they think and what they feel. They're not coming in the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. They tell lies to our people and cause our people to err. I.e. they get on with their mumble rap, and it lowers, we'll say, it lowers their spiritual intelligence. It puts them to sleep. It causes them to die spiritually. You know, they cause our people to err, to go off to sin by their lies. Most High says, I have not sent them. I have not commanded them. So therefore, guess what? They shall not profit the people at all, saith the Lord Yahweh. So these Sucka MCs that's calling themselves prophets, that think they bringing forth the word of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, want to call themselves second in command under Yahweh Shai, well, that's a Sucka MC. The Most High ain't sent them. They're not profitable to the people. Don't you know when you listen to music or you listen to an artist that is actually saying something, you can actually learn something? And somebody that's rapping about things of intelligence or intellect, if you listen to them long enough, your intellect will increase. Music move your soul, literally. It can make you act one way or act another way. It can make you think one way or think another way. Music is a very powerful tool. That's why the Lord say the things that we say, this is a song that we are singing. We the real artists. The true men of the Lord are the real artists, the real MCs. And we was made master of ceremonies by who? Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. We the real MCs. Let's go to Isaiah. 8 and 20. It says, to the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. So to the law and to the testimony, if they don't speak according to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, it is because there's no light in them. Why? They don't have the talent. They don't have the skills. You know, they bought their record deal, basically. Continuing. Let's go to 1 Corinthians. They don't speak according to the truth. It's why? Because there's no light in them. That's how you know a Sucka M.C. They either add and taking away from the scriptures. They're not adding to the wisdom. They're not rightfully dividing the word of truth. They making up their own thing, trying to make up their own song, trying to add to the song. You know, this is 1 Corinthians chapter 8, verse 2. It says, and if any man think that he knoweth anything, he knoweth nothing, yet as he ought to know. So if any man think they know anything, you know, these false prophets, also known as these Sucka MCs, they think they know something. But the scriptures say, if a man think he knoweth anything, he knoweth nothing as he ought to know. So these Sucka MC, this is how you take it. They always think they know something. They always think they know the scriptures. They always think they got bars. They always think they what they spitting on the mic is fire. When they spitting straight hot trash, they're not telling people the truth. But continuing. John chapter 4, verse 1. Still like you, bear with me for a minute. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I think that might be 1 John. Let me check it. Yes, this what it is. It's 1 John chapter 4, verse 1. It says, beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits, whether they are of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, because many false prophets are going out into the world. So you try the spirit by the spirit. You know, you line them up with the real MCs and see what they saying. The real MCs are telling you what the name of the Lord is, which is Yahweh. The Heavenly Father, Yahweh, what the name of the Lord is, Yahweh Shai, telling you that you're an Israelite, you know, letting you know the real truth, whether you want to hear it or not. You try the spirits by the spirit, you line them up with the measuring stick, which is the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? Whether they be of the Most High. Why? Because there are many false prophets that are going out into the world, i.e. there are many Sucka MCs walking around here thinking they got the juice, thinking that they got it when they really don't. So you got to try the spirit by the spirit. Let's jump back to Matthew chapter 7. I'm going to start at verse 15. It says, beware of false prophets which come to you in sheep clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. So you got to beware of false prophets that come to you in sheep clothing, but inside they're ravening wolves. So you got to be careful of these Sucka MCs. You got to listen to them. You got to pay attention to how they move, how they talk. You got to listen to what is being said on the mic. Verse 16. Ye shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles. So you're going to know them by their fruit. You know a false prophet. You know a sucker MC by the doctrine that they teach, by what they say according to the scriptures. That's how you know. You judge a tree by its fruit. Verse 17. Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. So even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit. You're going to know the real MCs, i.e. the true prophets, when you hear them speak. Whether you agree with it or not, you're going to know the true men of the Lord. But a corrupt tree, they're going to bring forth evil fruit. A false prophet is going to speak lies. A sucker MC is going to spit trash shish on the mic, you know. You ain't going to be able to vibe with it when the Most High has given you an ear to hear and eyes to see. It just ain't going to sit right. Verse 18, a good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. So a real MC, a true MC, can't spit no trash shit on the mic. It don't work. A real MC, the true man of the Lord, gonna spit the truth. Gonna tell you the truth. Not gonna allow it to come according to the scriptures. But it says a corrupt tree, a false prophet, a sucker MC, they're gonna bring forth corrupt fruit. And they ain't gonna be able to bring forth good fruit. It don't work. Somebody that's trash at rapping, it is what it is. Somebody that's not a true man of the Lord, you gonna know it by the fruit that they bear. Let's see. But continuing. Let's go to Sirach chapter 1. Verse 29. Here we go. This is Sirach chapter 1, verse 29. It says, be not an hypocrite in the sight of men, and take good heed what thou speakest. So don't be a hypocrite in the sight of men. Sucker MCs and false prophets, i.e. false prophets, they don't understand this. The Lord is saying don't be a hypocrite. Don't be false. Don't say one thing and then do another. Don't try to sound good in front of people, but behind closed doors, you know, you ain't living right. And it says, take good heed what thou speakest. A sucker MC, i.e. a false prophet, they're not going to take good heed of what they speak. A true MC, a real MC, know this and understand this. They're going to make sure that they speak what's right according to Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. They're not going to come out the side of their neck. They're not going to make up some doctrine, or they're not going to add to the scriptures. They're not going to take away from the scriptures. They're going to tell you what the scriptures mean. They're going to tell you what Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai means and what it is. That's how you know a real MC, i.e. a true prophet of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. That's how you know what label. That's how you know what MC is signed to what label. A lot of these, false prophets, they claim to be signed. We'll say they claim to be signed to Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai records. But when you start listening to them spit, when you start listening to them teach, you start listening to them say things, they go off according to the scriptures. They get on the mic and they spit that trash on the mic. That's how you know, okay, yeah, y'all some sucker MCs, man. Y'all ain't telling the truth. Last point. Sirach chapter 5. Verse 9. It says, winnow not with every wind, and go not into every way, for so doth the sinner that hath a double tongue. So winnow not with every wind, with not or every doctrine. I mean, don't be blowing one way and then the next one you blowing the next way. Don't be saying it's one thing in the scriptures and the next thing you saying is something else. Sucker MCs do that, i.e. false prophets do that. They with this doctrine and they with the other doctrine. They just everywhere. They got a double tongue. Verse 10. This is be steadfast in thy understanding and let thy words be the same. Be steadfast, founded in your understanding, and let your words be the same. Real MCs, the true MCs, the true prophets of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, are going to be steadfast in their understanding, and that all their words are going to be the same. We can all speak the same exact truth. All of the true men of the Lord, the true prophets, the real MCs are going to be spitting bars, i.e., they're going to be spitting this truth. Hot fire, consuming everything that's not lining up with Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. So when you try to hop in a rap battle or a freestyle battle, you're going to lose every time. Verse 13, Salakia. Verse 11. Be swift to hear, let thy life be sincere, and with patience give answer. Be swift to hear, and let your life be sincere, and with patience give answer. Don't be so quick to open your face up and try to break down something. Sucka MCs do this all the time, i.e. false prophets do this all the time. They try to jump into something and their life is not sincere. They're not lined up with Jehovah Hashem Yahushua, you know, and they're not answering with patience. They want to talk over you, want to try to jump out of turn, want to try to hop on the mic and spit something when it ain't they turn, you know. Verse 12. If thou hast understanding, answer thy neighbor. If not, lay thy hand upon thy mouth. If you have understanding, answer your neighbor. If you don't, lay your hand upon your mouth, meaning be quiet. You know, don't get on the mic if you ain't got nothing to say. Don't enter a rap battle if you ain't got bars. I.e., don't step up to the plate. Don't move up to the podium of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua if you're not going to speak the truth the way he wants you to speak it. Verse 13, it says, honor and shame is in talk, and the tongue of man is his fall. See, honor and shame is in talk, and the tongue of man is his fall. And that has happened to a lot of men in this day and age. Honor and shame. You can cause yourself to be honored or to cause yourself shame. But see, the true MCs, i.e. the true men of the Lord, when they speak, guess what? It's going to bring honor. It's not going to bring shame. But the Sucka MC, it's going to bring shame upon them. You know what I'm saying? A Sucka MC, false prophet, their tongue is their fall. A true MC, a true man of the Lord, their tongue is a tree of life. It's like apples of gold and pitchers of silver. But continue. Last point. Be not ignorant in any, so like you be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or small. Don't be ignorant. Don't be oblivious. Don't be, you know, unlearned in a small matter or a great matter. In order to be a true MC, you must understand Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, i.e. a true prophet. The spirit got to be dealing with you. It's the only way you're going to be able to, when you open your mouth, you're going to be able to drop bars and bars and bars and bars. You know, you're going to wait on your ministry. But a Sucka MC, they're going to always be talking out of their own mind, their own heart, talking about what the Lord said, and the Lord ain't spoke to them, not a tap. With that, Shalom.